Back here again, this is also a great time. Yeah, this is my hometown, just like you, Rob. I'm a Cardinal.
You're a Cardinal?
I'm a Cardinal.
Greatest aircraft of all time. And this is just a teaser. Hey, thank you, Tom Spielman, very, very much, buddy. Thanks. Tom Spielman, everybody, and Cliff Robinson. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Now watch him as he works his way down over the runway. He'll pull the power back, and this airplane, just when you pull the power back, it just kind of turns into a brick. It really, really slows down very, very quickly. Like a big old cast iron discus. Right, Roger? Going to back taxi on the runway to bring her back in. What a treat it is to be able to do that kind of, what a freedom it is to be able to fly. It's one of the joys of my life to fly even these single engine sections out here. Oh. Exec Aviation, supplier of all the avgas for the show. They've got a green camo fuel truck you may have seen working on the show line today. And Exec Aviation is the home of the Ultimate Sacrifice Memorial, the My Gal Sal Restoration Project, a very, very rare B-17 bomber that is being painstakingly restored down there at the Exec ramp. And it will become part of the new Blue Ash Airport in a few years with the Ultimate Sacrifice Memorial, so that we never forget the price that we paid for our freedom. Now I'm going to shut up. Let's listen to this very, very special aircraft. Of the Rolls-Royce designed one Mustang. And as Cliff Robinson comes back in, Paul Redlick's going to get out to the side. And I think, Tom, you had a couple of people you still wanted to thank, right?
Yeah. Again, I want to thank Tippin Oil and Concord Batteries.
Here comes Cliff, Thanks, Tom. All right, the P-51 Mustang you see up there had a top speed of 425 miles per hour. If you were a P-51 mechanic or if you were a P-51 pilot, this was the most important fighter of all of World War II. Designed actually designed actually in response to a request from the British Purchasing Commission in 1942. Let's listen. This is just too good to listen to talk over. Before the United States entered the war in World War II, North American Aviation, the maker of this aircraft that's flying now, also built for the Royal Air Force and the Royal Canadian Air Force and for nearly 30 allied nations. The North American Texan trainer, the AT-6. Well, the Royal Air Force and the Royal Canadian Air Force called it the Harvard. They loved, the Royal Air Force and the Royal Canadian Air Force loved the way that North American Aviation built it. Building aircraft. Now, the Royal Air Force was also flying another American aircraft as one of their frontline fighters alongside of their... So he got together with his designers, Lee Atwood, Ray Rice, and Edgar Schmid, and they put together, they said, give us 120 days. And they put together a brand new airplane, and it was the P-51 Mustang. Initially outfitted with an Allison V12 engine like in the P-40. It didn't perform well enough at high altitude, but... But the British said, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put our Rolls-Royce Merlin V12 engine in it. And It did perform well at high altitude, and the Mustang was born. There you see it, with a radically designed wing called a laminar flow wing. It's a very thin, very fast wing with a very similar shape on the bottom, unlike the wings of the Stearman that we see in front of us here, with Robinson's Stearman. And the folks from North America had gotten that information on this laminar flow wing on a 1938 and 1939 trip to Germany and discovered what the Germans were doing with this very fast wing. And on the way up toward Wilmington, excuse me, I'm going to get it right. Just heading up 42 a little bit, so he'll be coming on in just a few moments. Prior to that,
To remind Americans of the values and sacrifices that have kept our nation free. The DAV flight team Mustang.
Bought them, these airplanes are vanishing. And through the efforts of the Tri-State Warbird Museum, these artifacts of a different age can be seen, touched, and admired in the air and on the ground. They're located at the Claremont County Airport. The Tri-State Warbird Museum is filled with living history, airplanes, mementos, artwork, and displays. They fill out the story of the greatest generation. So please visit the Tri-State Warbird Museum display at the east end of the ramp over by Exec Aviation and get an idea of what they have to offer. You might even want to become a member. It's a great way to say thanks. And now we're going to go say hi to Paul Redmond here. At the Claremont County Airport. Look at that. Here's... He's avoiding a B-1RD over there. That got that bird's attention. Over the top. Now watch as he comes down the 45. Snap rolls to the outside once and twice and a half. Right over the runway, and I think he's going to get ready to set her down ever so gently. Either that or he's going to come in over the trees and give us one more snap roll. Look at that. Right, only at 75 feet above the ground goes into knife edge flight. Put your hands together for the victory. Flying our freedom. Saw the bomb bay open up. During the war, B-25s were manned by 6 people, including a pilot, a co-pilot, a bombardier, an engineer, a radio operator, and an armorer. Several of these crew members also operated the aircraft's formidable arsenal, which included fixed guns and flexible nose guns, blister guns, 2 top turret guns, waist guns, and tail guns, not to mention up to 3,000 pounds of bombs and explosives. It was one of the most famous twin-engine bombers used during World War II and was the most widely produced American twin-engine combat aircraft, with just about 9,800 of them built. Although the airplane was originally intended for level bombing from medium altitudes, it was used extensively in the Pacific area for bombing Japanese airfields from treetop level and for strafing and skip bombing enemy shipping. And folks, I can promise you, the sailors aboard Japanese ships were not too happy to see a B-25 swooping in for the kill with all its guns blazing. As a matter of fact, one model of the B-25 missile bomber had, I believe, 18 machine guns on it. Looking to your left again, the B-25, representing the disabled American veterans as we think about that April 18th raid, the Doolittle raid, April 18th, 1960. Where they would have enough fuel. 80 crew members of those 16 aircraft, 5 aboard each one, said, let's launch now, so we still have the vulnerability of the Japanese homeland was exposed, and America's bloodied and bruised self-image, certainly, and certainly kind of a second win. Your steadfast enthusiasm in support of these antique aircraft keeps these wonderful planes in the air. And Tuxedo is one of those that thrills millions each year with their peacetime performances and the honor due to those who flew them in times of war.